Eric Bieniemy is hired as our offensive coordinator and assistant coach for Washington. Will, how do you feel about this, man? I think you might have frozen. Well, look, I will go ahead and say how I feel about it first. I am absolutely excited. I'm elated. Are you back with me, Will?
I am. It comes in and out right now. But you go first.
Yeah. I'm excited about this. I'm excited. I'm somebody that had Eric Bieniemy's card back when he was playing in the league. You know what I mean? I remember him back then. He has worked his way up from being on the staff with Ray Childress is coaching in Minnesota. He was helping a lot of different places, obviously most recently at Kansas City. I'm excited. I'm cautiously optimistic because you're very thrilled about the hope that this could potentially, that could be the piece. We got a couple things to work with, a couple more moves over this off season, and we could really, we can really take it over the top. But then where I say I'm cautiously optimistic, and we'll get into this a little bit later, he is coming from the Chiefs, who have Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce, both who are matchup problems. And, they had Tyreek Hill up until this year, and then they were able to do it without Tyreek Hill and with a hobbled Mahomes. So it does make you wonder, is that him? Is it Bieniemy and he's the one? Or is it the Andy Reid folklore and all thing like that? So I'm interested to see what he brings to the table. And we're going to dive in. But just first initial thought, when you heard it, Eric Bieniemy hired to Washington. Will, what were you thinking, man?
Well, I'm surprised. I was very surprised and pleasantly surprised. I'm going to go back and call myself out. Because when we first talked about Scott Turner getting fired, I was on the be careful, grass isn't always greener, and I really was thinking that we were looking at the Pat Shermers or the Ken Zampesis of the world, because it's like, who wants to come in with a 5th round pick and say, yeah, I'm going to stamp my name to that team, So the fact that he came over, I mean, I'm very surprised, that this was where he wanted to land. So I'm very excited because, I think Ron hit a home run. It was said a couple weeks ago. They're like, well, look out for Eric Bieniemy in Washington. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
No way. And so we're going to get into it. So I don't want to steal or spoil everything, but I think you have to be excited. I think there's going to be some accountability. It's an opportunity. I mean, I understand the folks who are upset that he had to come all the way, take another offensive coordinator job, and absolutely. And, but it's good for us. I'll say that. That's for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. But I mean, to your point, though, I mean, look, we did cap ourselves with the Zampesis and with, with Thomas Brown and, with these guys that we thought, okay, maybe they'll take a shot on us. Maybe they'll say, hey, we'll come to Washington. Maybe you got some good players. We'll see what happens. But we all knew there was that cloud of Dan Snyder. And I'm not going to go because we don't have that really on the agenda tonight. But the fact that we get such a big name guy that's coming from success, literally 2 weeks ago, coming from success in Kansas City, I mean, is that a good sign for things to come? Does that mean potentially Dan is seriously on his way out? Because I don't know. I truly doubt if Dan said, I'm here and I'm not, he's 86 in the whole thing with him selling a team. If he was here for good, I don't know that we get somebody high profile like this.
I feel the same way you do. Like there's other things happening here that we're not fully aware of, because I feel the exact same way, where there's no way he would come here or Andy Reid would say, you should go to Washington. Knowing what, unless he's trying to completely get rid of this guy off his staff, like he did with Donovan McNabb, that would be the only time that I would think that Reid would be saying, go to Washington. It's a good opportunity for you. Right. So I'm with you. There's got to be. And who knows, if you want to go really down that rabbit hole, maybe he knows if 1 year here, I'm a guaranteed head coach. Maybe he knows, hey, Ron Rivera may not be the new owner's chosen one. And so I may be the head coach in a year here. So I don't know. Maybe the NFL has some deals saying you will be a head coach. Just take this over right now. I don't know. But regardless, like you said, we got ourselves an experienced veteran coordinator who's been around success and been around championship teams. And he's now in charge of the entire offense for us. And that's the part that needs some fixing. So that's amazing.
Oh, I love that. And I love that. And you know, for a long time we've been asking, I went back to a couple of the episodes from like the round table and our show and everything years ago. A long time ago, we were sitting here year after year. Bieniemy's not getting a job. He's not getting a coaching job. What's wrong with him? What's wrong with him? Maybe we were asking the wrong questions. Maybe he was waiting. He was waiting to come to Washington, baby. He had to get a second ring.
That's got to be it.
Now, I mean, because think about it. I mean, let's go down this road. He comes to Washington. He already got 2 Super Bowls. He's been to 3. He worked with Andy Reid. He worked with who people are saying, you know, Patrick Mahomes, the GOAT, the next GOAT or whatever. He's worked with success. Now it's like, okay, this is a team that is on the edge. You know, we get a good owner in here. We get a solid line. They build things like they had in Kansas City. We could take that step in an NFC East that, although has great players, there's a lot of musical chairs with the coaches. We know Philly lost their defensive coordinator. Dallas lost Kellen Moore. You know, the Giants, we'll see what they do next year. So, you know, he might see something outside of the firing the Dan Snyder selling team, but also this might be the up and coming. We were last in the division this past year, but watch out.
Let's sure hope so. Man, that would be nice.
Thanks for watching. If you like that clip, be sure to check out the other great content from the Let's Talk Football community. And as always, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when more great content like this becomes available.